Hi friends, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It is that time of year again. The Sephora Spring VIB sale is upon us and your girl is here to deliver her recommendations. I have some really good products in front of me. I am so excited for this video. This is one of my favorite videos to film and I only get to film it twice a year. In the spring and in the fall. You already know it's gonna be a good one, so make sure you grab a snack, grab something to drink, and let's get into these recommendations. So we have dates. The sale is starting very soon for Rouge. So on April 4th, Rouge is gonna get 20% off everything, and the sale is gonna run through April 14th. Now for VIB, the sale is gonna start on April 8th for you and also run through the 14th. And then Insider gets 10% off, and the sale is also gonna start for you on April 8th and run through the 14th. But on April 4th, everyone, no matter your tier, can get 30% off all Sephora collection items. So if you're VIB or Insider, you don't have to wait until the 8th to shop anything Sephora collection. You can do it on the 4th. All right, so dates are done. Let's get into these recommendations. Now, I take this video so serious. It really is because I don't want to be repetitive. So I tried my hardest not to include products I've already talked about in previous recommendations videos. So I will have those videos linked down below in the description so you can go and check them out. But you will see a few products in here that I have recommended previously. I just had to. We're gonna start off with primer. I really wanted to recommend these from Danessa Myricks. These are the Yummy Skin Glow Serums. Now, if you love juicy, plump skin and you also love glowy skin, these are the primers to check out. I love these because they are literal juice boosts, okay? It's juice for your skin. They have this glow to it, but it's more of like a healthy lit from within glow. Danessa has 3 different shades in this formula, but literally any skin type and skin tone can use these. They're very subtle hints of color. They are amazing and they are jam-packed with skincare too. Now, we also have these from the Yummy Skin line. These are the Blurring Balm powders and we have a new radiant finish. This one right here is for my glowy lovers, okay? If you're already familiar with the Blurring Balm powder, you're gonna love the radiant finish one. I love this primer. It's one of my favorites. I already have backups waiting for me. I literally just finished this primer today. I absolutely love this primer because it has Upslite in it, which helps to control the oils. My combo skin loves this product. Not only that, I love that it's a balm to powder kind of finish. You can literally see it dry down to a powdery finish. This is such a really cool and useful innovation from Danessa, but I really wanted to recommend this, of course, because it's my favorite, but I also wanted to recommend the radiant one in case you know, you're not really the biggest fan of a matte finish, you have a more radiant finish you can go for. Still in the primer category, this was a product that I could not have in this video, the One Size Oil Sucker Primer. If you have oily skin, this is gonna be your absolute best friend. Keep in mind that this is truly an extreme mattifying primer. You're gonna literally see it working as you apply it. Like, it's just one of those products that works instantly. I cannot do my makeup without this. Last primer I wanted to recommend is for my silicone-free blurring primer lovers. The Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer, really amazing. I feel like just about everything that Huda has been putting in her Easy Blur line has been pretty good. The texture of this is really cool and really interesting. As you apply it, you feel this cooling sensation, but it also really does blur over the skin. So if you want something that's gonna smooth the pores and kind of give like that more blurred, filtered kind of look, I would go for this primer. Okay, foundations. Now, I knew when I was setting up these products that this was gonna be one of the foundations that was gonna be in my recommendations video. This baby right here, the One Size Turn Up the Base foundation. This is everything that I want in a full glam, full coverage kind of beat. Like today, I was like, listen, I wanna go full glam with my makeup. And every time I get that urge to do a full glam beat, this is the foundation I'm reaching for. This is what I have on my skin right now. It does have like a soft matte finish. It is super full coverage, but it feels really lightweight on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy or look cakey. Every time I have a good makeup day, it is because of this foundation right here. I just don't know what they did to this formula. They have an amazing formula. Now on the opposite end, we do have a skin tint, and this one, it's pretty viral right now. I'm sure everyone probably has this in their recommendations. I had to recommend this for those of you who are in the market for a good skin tint because I love this one. I have combo skin. Even though this is jam-packed with skincare, it leaves a nice glowy, dewy kind of look. Mind you, I have to set my entire face with powder, but I've done a wear test of this on my own time and it wore beautifully. It wore so beautifully. I was in disbelief that this was coming from a skin tint. This wear time, I was just like, what is happening? What did they put in this? And Milk did say that this was 3 years in the making. They did their big one with this. So I really like this. I'm in the shade 12 for this skin tint. Also in the One Size foundation, I use the shade 25 in. That's more of my winter shade, but my summer shade, I like to go for 45G. All these products will be listed and linked down below in the description with the shades that I wear, in case you're curious. Concealers, this was so easy for me. This was literal no-brainers. The first one I wanted to recommend is the one I have on right now, the Dior Forever Concealer. I cannot believe it's taken me this long to try this concealer, because when I tell y'all this concealer is holy girl status, not kidding. A little bit goes a long way. It has a lot of coverage, but it's such an interesting formula because you don't need a lot of this and it doesn't look cakey. It has more of like a natural finish too. It just melts onto the skin so effortlessly. I love this concealer. The shade that I use is 4.5 in. This is also a top tier full glam concealer that I highly recommend. Another one is this one, the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. The way I feel about the Dior Forever Concealer is exactly how I feel about this one. Beautiful for full coverage days. Even if you want to go more lightweight every day, this one feels more of like almost like a serum concealer. It has the coverage and a little bit goes a long way. Love this one. Definitely wanted to have this in this video. Y'all are probably tired of hearing about these, but I needed to have these in this video because this product from Rare Beauty has become a staple in my everyday makeup routine. I never really was a contour kind of girl, but when I tried these, that completely changed because it's just so easy to use and they just melt into the skin. They're just effortless. So if you're watching this video and you're not really into contour, or if you just, you know, you want to get into it and you're more of a beginner when it comes to contour, try these out. They're absolutely great. They blend like butter. They're more of a buildable formula and you don't need a lot. Try these out. They may or may not change your mind about contour, because they definitely have changed my mind. I have one powder I wanted to recommend, and I have this powder on today. I swear, every time I wear this powder, I feel like my makeup just looks so good. I feel like a good under eye has everything to do with your concealer and your powder. You need a powder that's going to blur. That is this powder. It's also talc-free, which is insane to me. I don't know how they got a talc-free powder to be this good. This is definitely one of my favorite products from Makeup by Mario. This product really has changed my makeup for the better because my skin, like I'm looking at it in the mirror and it's so blurred because of this powder. Truly. Now we're getting into my favorite category, which is blush. Y'all know your girl gonna come through with the blush recommendations, okay? Your girl is gonna come through. First blushes I wanted to recommend are these from Natasha Denona. These are the high blushes. Now these are a pricey blush, so the sale is a good time to pick up a blush and get it at a discount. I have two shades. So this shade is Vamped. With this formula, you get a cream to powder blush, and then you also get the corresponding highlighter kind of color. It works beautifully on top of powder, under powder. I was very, very impressed with this formula. I really do hope that we see more shades in this because these are so beautiful. This is a completely new formula from, you know, her previous blushes and her previous highlighters. Whatever this formula is, I need her to keep it because it is so good. I just knew that this was going to be in this video. I just knew it. Also have to recommend the Danessa Myricks Yummy Blushes. I'm actually wearing this shade today, Primadonna. I also have on a powder blush on top, which we will get to next. But I love this product. What made me want to recommend these even more is that she just came out with, I think, 4 new shades. Hello, the sale is a good time to pick up those new shades if you've been eyeing them. I know that I've been eyeing them and they've been on my wish list, so your girl needs to add them to the collection. Just like the Blurring Balm powder, these are a cream to powder formula. They're beautiful. They work under powder, over powder. They have a ton of pigment. These have been going strong in a lot of recommendations videos. If you know, you know. Let's get to the blush I have on top of the Danessa Myricks. These right here from NARS. Every time I wear one of these blushes, I have to wear the other. I just have a go-to ombre combo that I always have to do when it comes to using these NARS blushes. If I want to do a pink blush look, it's gonna be with these two. This is the shade Teased, which I like to keep further back on the cheeks, and then I take the shade Dominant on the apples and kind of under the eye a little bit for like that ombre kind of effect. So beautiful. And these are another blush formula that's more buildable. I love how these blushes look on the face. They don't look powdery or anything like that. They just look one with the skin. So if you're looking for a good powder blush formula, highly, highly, highly recommend the new NARS talc-free powder blushes. And the shade range, absolutely beautiful. So you're bound to find something that you like in the collection. Also wanted to recommend this baby right here from Huda Beauty. This shade specifically, this is the shade Intense Guava in the blush filter formula. I have become so obsessed with this blush shade. I talked about this shade and this blush in previous videos. This is beautiful. If you like a glowy, almost glassy-like blush with a lot of pigment, this shade right here, beautiful, and it's so flattering on so many skin tones. I got a lot of blushes in this video, but the last blushes I wanted to recommend are the Patrick Ta blush duos. I feel like with every recommendations video that I do, these blushes are in here, and for good reason. One, they are pricey, so get them at a discount if you can. But two, I love that you get two for the price of one. You get a cream blush and a powder blush. They just came out with a few new shades, and if you've been eyeing it and it's been sitting on your wish list, now is the time to get it because you can get it at a discount. I really wanted to recommend my 3 favorite shades. This is the first one. This is She Knows Who She Is. If you're the kind of person that lives for a burnt terracotta, She Knows Who She Is the blush for you. Now, if you've been into red blushes, She Left Me on Red is a beautiful pickup. The cream in this one is a lot more sheer, so you don't really have to worry about that, but the powder, very pigmented. And then the last blush that's one of my favorites in the line that you can still get is She's Wanted. This is such a beautiful blush shade. Every time I open this up, I'm just like, wow. This is one of the prettiest blush shades ever, truly. Moving into lip products, I wanted to quickly recommend 2 lip liners that are true favorites of mine. The Makeup by Mario lip liners, you cannot go wrong with these. These are absolutely amazing. The formula, Chef's Kiss. The Glossier lip liners. You want a lip liner that's going to last. Look at how tiny this is. Now this is a backup of mine that I've already tapped into, but both of these, I live for these. I'm wearing the Makeup by Mario one right now in the shade Jeff. This is just a really good lip liner formula. He has a true gem with this lip liner. The Glossier lip liner too, so good. I need to pick up a backup because mine is getting smaller and smaller. This is my signature lip color. I had to recommend this formula. Why doesn't Patrick Ta come out with more of these shades in this formula? I don't know, but I need him to. Anytime you see me with a nude lip, 9 times out of 10, it's this right here. This is the Patrick Ta lip cream in the shade She's Independent. This is everything. It's just something about this formula that really gets me. This is my lip combo today. I'm also gonna talk about a gloss next. Every time I do a nude lip, this is what I'm going into. It is so beautiful. I've done so many lip combos with this as the base because this is just the perfect nude lip shade. It truly is. Now, I had to recommend one of my favorite gloss formulas at Sephora, the Refi lip glosses. These are something serious, okay? They're so pretty. I have on the clear right now. These glosses just make my entire lip look. They have a metal applicator on these and they feel like a lip oil, but they look so glossy like a gloss. They're perfect. I have no complaints about these glosses. I absolutely love it. And I also love how when you apply these, it feels cooling because of the metal applicator. It's like a lip treatment, lip oil, and a gloss all in one because of how cooling and moisturizing it just feels on the lips. I love it. At least one of those should be in the basket. I think they retail $20 regular price. So with that discount, that's a good price for a gloss. The last lippies I wanted to recommend are these right here from Fenty. These are the Shimmer Gloss Balm Sticks. Y'all know how I feel about these. I love these so much. My favorite shade has been Fussy. I don't know why I've been gravitating to Fussy so much. Maybe because it's like the perfect nude shade, but I told y'all, anything with shimmer, give it to me. But look at how stunning this looks, and just when the light hits it, it's perfection. Anything Fenty Gloss Balm, give it to me. As long as it's not the heat. I don't like my lips to like burn, and that really burns for me. I don't know why, but it burns so much for me. But like the OG glosses, these, the creams, give it to me. Since we're talking about Fenty, I have to recommend the setting spray. I feel like y'all already knew this was coming. I've talked about this setting spray in so many of my previous videos. I love this setting spray so much. It has a natural finish, but it really does help the longevity of your makeup. If there's one Fenty product I would say to just pick up, okay, just pick it up, it would be the setting spray. It does wonders for your makeup. Mine is like, it's getting down there. It's getting a little low, but I was very surprised with this setting spray. I say that in the best way possible. This spray really surprised me. I also love how it helps extend the wear of my makeup too. I have a few eyeshadow palettes I wanted to recommend. Actually, scratch that. I have something that's a little controversial. I love these. These are the Patrick Ta eyeshadow duos. I know. But now is the time to get it because you can save some coin on it. If there was one that I would recommend out of all of them though, it would be this one right here. Do you know who I am? Because there is something about this shade in particular, even this shade. I use both of these shades, but this duo is so reflective and so yummy. Like, look at this. Something about this duo. This duo is the best one out of all of them, truly. The literal best. Look at how that just shines in the light, and it just scattered on the lid too. It takes my looks to the next level. So if I could recommend one of these duos, it would be this one. 100%. I have this one. This is We Need Better Lighting. This one's really pretty too. But if we're just talking, you know, let's see, where can I put this? If we're just talking about like my favorite one out of all of them, it would be, yeah, it would be the first one. I just feel like it's a lot more reflective and sparkly and shimmery. Oldie but a goodie. This is a staple palette that I feel like everyone should have something similar like this in your collection. Doesn't have to be this exact one, but you should have something like a staple matte palette like this. So I wanted to recommend my favorite everyday palette, which is the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes. Love this palette. Mine is very well loved and very well used. This is just a true staple palette. So if you're in the market for, you know, your perfect staple everyday palette, highly recommend this one. I also really wanted to recommend this one from Danessa. This is the Groundwork Blooming Romance palette. And I feel like now that we're, you know, going into spring, this is the perfect spring palette. Love this formula. You have a powder right here and you have a pomade. This palette does have a little bit of a learning curve, but I absolutely love it. Once you get the hang of it, you get the hang of it. But I love these tones. These tones are so beautiful. I also love the gradient in this palette as well. She also has a neutral one that I recommend, but you know, this one's my favorite. This one's my favorite. The other one does come in handy a lot, but that one is the one I wanted to recommend. I do have some brushes I wanted to recommend. For concealer, the Hourglass concealer brush, top tier. House Labs concealer brush as well. Those two favorite concealer brushes sold at Sephora, hands down. And then we have such a great multitasking brush from Makeup by Mario, the F4. This has gone viral a lot, and I love it because you can literally do anything with it. You can use it for foundation, concealer, blush, bronzer, contour, literally anything you want to use this for, you can when it comes to liquids and creams. If you struggle with nose contouring, the Patrick Ta nose contouring brush is amazing. I talk about this so much. This has made nose contouring for me so much more easier. So if you're looking for a brush to help with nose contouring, I highly recommend this one. And then lastly, I wanted to recommend the Patrick Ta Precision blush brush. So you have this side for creams, this side for powders. I like this one over the original because it's a lot more precise, like it says in the name, but I like that it's a lot smaller to really fit on the cheeks and get those targeted areas that you want. I also love the same thing for the cream side. It fits perfectly on the cheek. Now let's get into fragrance because I am such a fragrance lover. Live for a good fragrance, and the brand Fleur is truly one of my favorite fragrance houses. Hands down, I have so many favorites from Fleur, and I highly recommend all these I'm about to share with y'all. First one for everyday, Missing Person. This is everything. I always get stopped whenever I wear this. I have it in the lotion. I have it in this, of course. It smells delicious. It's like really warm and cozy. This is one of their best sellers for a reason. Same thing with Vanilla Skin. I wanted to recommend the fragrance and the body mist. The body mist lasts a long time to say that it is a body mist. So if you don't really want to spend a lot of money on the actual fragrance, the body mist will do just fine, but I felt the need to get the fragrance because I wanted it to last even longer than this. It's a very strong scent, but it's great. I got a couple of my friends to purchase this scent because I'm always wearing this fragrance and they had to get it for themselves. And then Heavy Cream is finally at Sephora. This was a Fleur website exclusive. So we finally have heavy cream at Sephora, which I'm very, very, very happy about. Another one of my favorite scents from the 7 Virtues, Vanilla Woods. This is like a nice woodsy vanilla kind of scent, but it also has like a hint of sweetness to it as well. And I also feel like this is a great year-round kind of scent. Me, I'm the kind of person that loves to change up my fragrances with the season, but I do feel like this one is not as strong of a vanilla as Vanilla Skin from Fleur. So this one's perfect for every day, all year round. This is truly my everyday scent. This and Missing Person. I also wanted to recommend this one from Clean Reserve, which this surprised me. This is whipped cherry, and this is not one of those like sickly cherry scents. It's not like that at all. This gives me heavy cream Fleur vibes, but with cherry. Like that's what I get from this. This paired with heavy cream, literally the dream combo. I have this small size that I'm kind of sparingly trying to use. I think it might be time to get the full. So that's where I'm at with this. Last fragrance I wanted to recommend is this one from Marc Jacobs. This is the Daisy Wild one, and they actually did just come out with an intense version of Daisy Wild, but I love this one for the springtime. This is like the perfect springtime fragrance. It has notes of like banana in here, which is so different that you really don't see a lot of fragrances adding banana in them. I feel like now, as of recently, we've been seeing a few more fragrances pop up here and there with the notes of banana, but this one is definitely one of its kind. It's very different from anything in the Marc Jacobs line. I know that Marc Jacobs fragrances can kind of smell similar, at least to me, but this one is like completely different. And then the last two products I wanted to recommend in this video, skincare wise, are both from Youth to the People. I have been such a huge fan of a lot of products from Youth to the People, but these two are my two favorites in particular. Of course, the Superfood Cleanser. This is a fan favorite. I absolutely love this. I love how this makes my skin feel. I love how it smells clean. My skin loves this cleanser, and a little bit goes a long way with this as well. This is a pricey cleanser, so the sale is a great time to take advantage of that discount. I also wanted to recommend the Superfood Air Whip Moisturizer. This is super lightweight. It feels more like airy. It just melts into the skin. It's really refreshing for the skin. So I like to use this when I don't want anything too heavy. A little bit of this goes a very long way. So those are the two skincare products I wanted to recommend. But that is it for my Sephora Spring VIB sale recommendations. I really do hope that this video was helpful. Let me know if any of these products are on your wish list. I would love to know your thoughts down below. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me and hearing me talk about makeup. I truly appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye guys!